It's late. The TV is on, but you're not really watching it. Your cat is in the corner of the living room, completely still, staring at the wall above the radiator. Not the floor. Not the ceiling. One specific spot. And it has been like that for almost a minute. You wave a hand. Nothing. You say their name. The ears flick, they heard you, but the eyes don't move. Whatever your cat is locked onto is more important than you right now. Most people get a small chill, make a quiet joke about ghosts, and go back to their phone. But that moment, that exact stillness, that locked-in stare, it isn't random. It isn't a glitch. Your cat is detecting something. And once you understand what, you will never look at it the same way again. Here is something most cat owners never get told. Your cat is not living in the same house you are. Not really. They share the address, they share the couch, but the world they perceive inside these walls is genuinely, dramatically different from the world you perceive. Their ears catch frequencies you cannot hear. Their eyes notice motion you cannot see. Their whiskers feel air shifts you do not even know are happening. So, when your cat freezes and stares at a wall and you see nothing, that is not your cat being weird. That is your cat being a cat. And what they are detecting is almost always real. By the end of this, you will know exactly what is happening in those moments. And you will know how to respond the next time it happens. Let's start with what that stillness even is. When a cat stares at a wall, most people assume one of two things. Either the cat is being a weirdo, which is funny, harmless, very on-brand for cats, or, if you grew up in certain households, the cat is seeing a ghost. Either way, the stare gets dismissed. It's just one of those cat things. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat has entered something feline behavior researchers call a focused attention state. It's not playful. It's not anxious. It's the same state a wild cat enters when it has located prey and is gathering information before deciding what to do. In that state, three things happen at once. The eyes lock, the ears rotate forward, sometimes one at a time, fine-tuning toward a sound source, and the body goes still because movement creates noise, and noise drowns out the signal they're trying to read. The part most people miss is the emotional layer underneath all of this. Your cat does not enter that state on accident. They enter it because something in their environment crossed a threshold of significance to them. And the fact that they feel safe enough to do this in front of you, eyes off you, body exposed, fully focused on something else, is itself a sign of trust. Wild cats only let their guard down like that when they feel secure. Your living room qualifies. So when it happens, don't interrupt. Don't pick them up. Don't try to redirect them. Just watch what they watch, even if you can't see it. You are being shown something. To understand what your cat is detecting, you have to understand what equipment they're working with, because it is not even close to ours. Start with hearing. Humans hear roughly up to 20,000 hertz on a good day. Cats hear up to about 64,000 hertz. That means an entire octave and a half of sound exists in your home that you literally cannot perceive. The high-pitched squeak of a mouse moving in a wall. The ultrasonic chirp of a bat outside. The whine of a dying light bulb's transformer. Your cat hears it all. You hear silence. On top of that, each cat ear has around 30 muscles. Yours has 6. They can rotate each ear independently, like 2 tiny radar dishes, triangulating the exact location of a sound to within inches. When you see your cat tilt their head while staring, they're not being cute. They're pinpointing. Now their eyes. Cats see in much lower light than we do, and their visual cortex is wired to prioritize motion over detail. A tiny twitch behind a piece of drywall, a mouse shifting weight, a bug crawling along a stud, registers in their vision, the way a flashing light would register to ours. And then there are the whiskers. Whiskers are not just facial decoration. They detect air currents, a small hole in the wall, a draft from a vent, the displacement of air caused by something moving inside the wall. Your cat feels it on their face the way you might feel someone breathe near your neck. Stack all of that together, and the wall in front of your cat is not a flat blank surface. It is alive with information. And here's the part that most cat owners find most surprising. While you've been watching your cat stare at nothing, your cat has been watching a scene unfold. You just don't have the receivers for it. So what specifically might your cat be picking up? Cat behaviorists, who get this question all the time, generally point to a short list of usual suspects. The most common, by far, is a small living thing inside or behind the wall. Mice in the walls of older American homes are far more common than people realize, especially in fall and winter when they move indoors looking for warmth. Cockroaches, crickets, and house centipedes also travel through wall cavities. Your cat does not need to see them. They can hear the scratching of tiny claws against insulation from across the room. The second most common thing is sound traveling through your home structure. HVAC systems hum. Pipes tick as they expand and contract with temperature changes. The fridge compressor cycles on and off. Wood framing in older homes literally settles overnight. To you, your house is silent. To your cat, your house is constantly talking. And sometimes a particular sound is interesting enough to stare at. Third, light. Cats notice flickers and shadow shifts that we tune out completely. A passing car's headlights moving across a wall through a gap in the blinds. The faint flicker of a smoke detector LED. The shadow of a moth that crawled up between the screen and the window. Any of these can lock a cat in for a full minute. And now, this is where cat communication gets genuinely fascinating. Some research suggests cats can detect very subtle vibrations through their paw pads, the kind of vibration that travels up through floor joists. When something moves on the other side of a wall, even one floor above, a squirrel in your attic, a neighbor's dog walking past on the other side of a shared apartment wall, your cat may be tracking activity in your home that you do not even know is happening. When your cat stares at the wall, you are watching them process input you cannot access. They are not seeing nothing. You are missing something. Now, there is one thing to gently flag before we get to the warm part. If wall staring is brand new for an older cat, say over 12, and especially if it comes with disorientation, vocalizing at night, or pacing, that is worth a conversation with your vet. In senior cats, certain cognitive changes can look like wall staring, but are actually something else entirely. It's rare, but it's the one situation where the behavior deserves a closer look rather than just appreciation. For every other cat, here's how to respond. Don't laugh it off. Don't assume your cat is broken. Don't yank their attention away. Instead, do this. Notice where they're looking. Pay attention to the time of day, because patterns matter. Wall. Staring at the same spot, at the same time of day, often means there is genuine recurring activity inside that wall. And that's information you might want to act on, like calling a pest professional in the fall. If you want to honor what they're doing, sit nearby quietly. Let them work. When they finally break the stare and look at you, that look is something. They are essentially checking back in with you. A soft, slow blink at that moment is the correct human response. It says, "I saw what you did, and I trust you." And here is the heart of all of this. Your cat is not staring at nothing. Your cat lives in a richer, louder, more vivid version of your home than you do. And every time they freeze and lock onto a wall, they are showing you a small window into that world. A world full of sounds, vibrations, drafts, and shadows that you walk through every day without ever knowing they were there. That is not a weird cat moment. That is your cat sharing their reality with you. It just took until now for someone to translate it. So the next time your cat stares at a wall for no reason, here is what you now know. It is not random. It is not a ghost. It is not your cat being broken. It is a focused attention state, the same one their wild ancestors used to track prey, directed at something real. A sound in the wall. A draft. A flicker. A vibration through the floor. Information that exists in your home and that you, as a human, are simply not equipped to receive. And the fact that your cat does this in front of you, calmly, fully absorbed, eyes off you and body exposed, is one of the quiet ways they tell you they feel safe in this house, with you in it. Your cat has been showing you their version of the world all along. Now you finally know what to look for. So tonight, here's what I want you to try. The next time your cat freezes and stares at a wall, don't break it. Just sit nearby and watch them watch. Note the spot, note the time, and when they finally turn back toward you, give them one slow, soft blink. Then come back and tell me what your cat did next. And while you're down there in the comments, has this happened in your home? Where does your cat stare? Is it always the same wall? The same time of night? Tell me about it. When it happens, what you used to think it meant, and what you're going to do differently now. I read every single one.